Happy Thursday, Scott Lara, Scott Lara 1961 on Twitter, Scott Lara 1961 on Instagram, thecruisegenius.com. Just got a message. What's the difference between Grand Palladium, Jamaica, and Palladium, Lady Hamilton? Lady Hamilton is more updated, and that's where the guests are being directed to now is Lady Hamilton. Grand Palladium, Jamaica, in addition to having 500 rooms like there are 500 rooms at Lady Hamilton, they're really working on updating it, higher thread count sheets, larger, more modern TVs. So Lady Hamilton is kind of the step up, and they've done a lot of work on this side to really do great to make it nice. But I mean, you can see here as I'm walking, and that's the one thing about all the resorts, that they are well manicured, they look great, the flora, the fauna, all those things. And so they have carts here. You just need to call from your room and get a cart, and they'll take you where you want to go. If you want to go to the spa, or if you want to go to the main building, for breakfast, like the Blue Lagoon is over at the main building, and the tour desk is over there. The one thing that is important is the category and type of room, and that's kind of interesting to get your head around. And I always direct people to the Palladium website, and you can see the different rooms, but ocean view, partial ocean view. Like the room I'm in is a partial, view. It's kind of like on a cruise ship, right? Inside cabin, ocean view. About the views, right? Let's walk back this way because I'll be better. About the views. It's the same way as a cruise ship cabin. When you get a chance, not right now, type in Scott Lara Captain's Suite in YouTube. Scott Lara Captain's Suite. That is the Captain's Suite on the Carnival Sunshine, and the beautiful Marty is in that room. And you look at that YouTube video, Scott Lara Captain's Suite on YouTube. That's one of two Captain's Suites on the Carnival Sunshine. And that room goes for about $5,000 per person for a 5-day cruise. So if you want that kind of room, you want a lot of space, you want the perfect view. I mean, the balcony in the Captain's Suite is amazing. And even on the side, the balcony goes past the side of the ship. And you got to look at the video for you to understand what I'm trying to say. So, but again, you're going to pay for it. A very, very close friend of mine, Rocky, says you don't always get what you pay for, but don't expect something that you didn't pay for. I'm going to say that one more time. Don't expect something that you didn't pay for. No, excuse me. You won't always get what you pay for, but don't expect something you didn't pay for. What's that mean? And this is a funny thing about Brittany. When Brittany was growing up, we primarily went to Ritz's and real nice hotels. And I think Brittany was going with her friends like Cedeno and a couple other girls. And I don't know where they went, Holiday Inn, someplace. And Brittany called me, Dad, yeah, honey, what's up? This ain't the Ritz. I say, yeah, I know. So the thing is, but see, you can still go to the Ritz. I have friends. My personal doctor went to the Ritz, and there was Carlton Amelia Island, and she called me and said, hey, the bed was lumpy. So you can pay for the Ritz and not get the quality or whatever you want, but don't go to Motel 6 and say, where's my concierge? So what I'm saying in that story is you have different views here. Beach view, ocean view, partial ocean view, garden view. And guys, you better talk to your wife and make sure that, you know how I always kind of get on my high horse about you don't have to pay until you get here. That's the thing. I actually have a good friend of mine who's booked a cruise with me, and she put a deposit down, and now we're making final payment today, even though everything's going on with cruising. But see, with the Palladium Hotel Group, you can say, hey, I'm coming, March 1st through the 7th, and you don't pay until you get here. That's kind of my rant on this. And so don't think about it. Don't pray about it. Don't see God's face. Don't ask 13,000 friends before you move. Move. Get on the schedule. Here's what I've learned, and this is what my friend Dwight has learned, is that you can talk to friends and ask, hey, we all want to go. We all want to go. Let's all go. Okay, so you say all that, and you get all these people, and what happens? Dwight will tell you this answer. I'm alone. I'm afraid. Uncle Fred's coming into town. And Brandy's got ballet. And Timmy's got ball. And then the whole plan falls apart. And then people get upset because everybody doesn't want to jump on. I get that. And so here's what I've learned. You got to do you, right? Hey, Bill and Susie and Karen and Tyler, Marty and I are going to X on these dates. Want to go? I'm not sure. I'm alone. I'm afraid. Cool. Then you pick up the phone again. Hey, Brandy and Jason. Hey, Scott and Marty. Hey, we're going March 5th through the 7th. Want to go? Yeah. Okay, cool. Now, the thing is that's the same way with cruises, right? I've had so many people call me about cruises and said, hey, I want to get a group together. And that's what's different, right? With cruising, you got to put skin in the game, right? You got to put a deposit down. That's when I know as a travel advisor, people are serious. People will say all day long, hey, I want to go. Well, I mean, people can say that here too. I want to go. Well, cool. Call the resort or work, with whomever you're working with, and then do it. But listen, I understand life. Okay, when Brittany and Timmy were little, I understand, and I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. I'm sounding pretty bad, I guess, but let me tell you something. Now we're going to go real deep. I've had a lot of friends who've passed away before the age of 50, before the age of 60, and my dad passed away at 66, okay? And I'm 59. And what I've come to learn real quick is you have today. You have today. And if you don't, there's this guy's name is Gary Vaynerchuk. Type in Gary V in YouTube. Type in Gary, the letter V, regret. And you hear about regret. And Gary will tell you the number one thing when you talk to folks in nursing homes and hospice and all these things is they regret the things they didn't do. I was busy at work all the time. I didn't pursue my passion. I didn't X. I didn't Y. And that's the worst thing you can have is regret. And so I've learned ever since Marty had lung cancer 16 years ago that I'm not going to have regret. I'm going to do this. And I've had the opportunity. I've been very blessed to be able to do it. I have a great employer who, first of all, showed me all this, showed me the Palladium Hotel Group and this experience. Number two, I've worked for the company for like 25, 26 years, so I have some seniority and I also have some time off, so I'm able to take time off. This is a travel club over here. Hey, while I'm here, let's do this. This is the travel club. I did a video yesterday. And the travel club, that's your exclusive membership right there. And this, over at Riviera Maya, I call it the refrigerator. But there's 2 floors here. And this is the first floor. And again, this is a place you can sit and relax. You're in the air conditioning. You're with your friends. You're with the family. And so it's a very nice area. And over here you have the bar. And you can get a drink or something over here. It's very nice. Ernesto works at the one over at Riviera Maya, Tierra Yucatan. But this is the travel club right here. Now let's go upstairs. Now it doesn't have an elevator, guys, so if it kind of hurts to walk, you know, looking for a place to chill out. So this is the travel club. And the cool thing about being a travel club member is you can invite your friends or family or whatever to come and experience the travel club experience. And of course, then when those folks get here, the travel club representatives, we're going to talk to them and say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you really enjoying this? Yeah. Well, let me tell you, we have different options. We have this level of membership, which gets you X. We have this level of membership, which gives you Y. We have this level of membership that gives you Z. And I will just advise you that when you talk to the travel club folks, first of all, that you listen to everything they're saying, and then you've got to ask specific questions. Hey, my wife really loves that room. Does my membership cover that room? Because the last thing you want to do is kind of get in on the cheap and say, okay, I'm going to take the lesser plan. I'll take the lower level of membership. And then you get here, and it'll be your wife, guys. I will tell you, it'll be your wife. You know how it is when you go to a restaurant? And I've been married 37 years. You go to a restaurant, and the girl will say, okay, right this way. And the wife will point, I want that table over there. And, I always get embarrassed about that because what I understand is that maybe that section of the restaurant is closed because maybe there are not enough waiters or waitresses and stuff. And there's a reason why they're putting you in that certain section because they gotta plan it out. But your wife doesn't want to hear that. Your wife wants to hear, your wife wants to sit there for that view. And so what I'm trying to say, that's the same thing with this travel club. When you're talking to the travel club people, you got to not be grumpy. You got to have your cup of coffee, have something to eat, and really be able to listen to it and then ask questions. Because the last thing you want is your next vacation, or especially if your friends go, right? If your friends go, and so you got to do it right. And now I've warned you and I've told you. So here's the lower deck here, which is cool here at the travel club. And of course, the travel club beach area, there's the partition there. That from that white fence over to that white fence. And my friends Dwight and Connie, who are travel club members, they told us, from those white balls there, and I can't see the white balls from this side over here, but that's the area where you can go out to safely. And of course, the jetty there is protecting you from the thrashing waves of the ocean of Titanic. So you can snorkel here safely. And I mentioned in my video yesterday, don't take bread. What I said yesterday in my video was take bread out there and feed the fish so you can see Nemo and Flipper and Elmo and all those people. The thing is that you don't want to take bread, from what my friend said. Take lettuce or some other type of food besides bread, because bread has gluten and the bread will kill the fish. So I don't know. I mean, when Brittany and I went to Half Moon Cay, I think Brittany took some cereal, like some Fruit Loops or Cheerios or something. I ate half of them on the way out to it. But anyway, that's beside the point. You take the little food out there, then the fish will come to you, and then you get to see fish, and it's real, real cool. So anyway, travel club, it's great. Highly recommend it. But again, what Rocky say? You don't always get what you pay for, but don't expect something you didn't pay for. Yeah. My friend Rocky has got a lot of wisdom, I'll tell you. Anyway, it's beside the point. Travel club. I see. I got a cool. Hold on. I got my cool travel club wristband. Travel club, and I have this because I'm media, and I asked them to give it to me so I could bring the travel club to you. All right. And again, I got to really watch my Wi-Fi. I will say the Wi-Fi is very good here. See, there's the white balls that I was trying to show you. Bum, 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 bum. The people are very nice here in Jamaica. The weather is perfect here, first week of March. I've been to all the Palladium resorts in Mexico, which include TRS Coral, TRS Yucatan, Grand Palladium Costa Mujeres, Grand Palladium Riviera Maya. And then I went over to the Dominican Republic a couple months ago, TRS Turquesa, Grand Palladium Punta Cana, it was the Palace. I went to TRS Cap Cana, and now I'm here at Grand Palladium Lady Hamilton and Grand Palladium Jamaica. And I think one of the number one questions I get is, Scott, what's your favorite? Scott, if you could go for 2 weeks, all expenses paid, airfare and everything, which one would you choose? And that's an extremely hard question to answer. Because, oh, look at this. Here's the outdoor massage thing. Look at this. I stumbled upon it. Look at this outdoor massage thing. Hey, Tyler. Yeah, Brandy. Are you having fun? Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I love it. Me too. I love you. Love you too. Oh, great. Oh. All right, just teasing. Hey, the one thing that is really cool about the Palladium Hotel Group, they give you free COVID tests. Scott, what are you talking about? Well, let me tell you. When you come to Mexico or to the Dominican Republic, or you come to Jamaica, before you fly back to the US of A, you have to get a COVID test printed out and hand it to the folks at the airpuerto, or else you're not going to be able to fly back. So the Palladium Hotel Group, until the CDC says they don't need it anymore, they will provide a free COVID test, antigen COVID test. And it doesn't hurt, guys. I mean, it doesn't hurt. I mean, I got my COVID test at Puerto Vallarta. Oh, I forgot that. I went to Grand Palladium Puerto Vallarta family selection. And you can see all that stuff. Just look at thecruisegenius.com. You'll see all my stuff. And look at my YouTube channel. You'll see it. But they give you the free COVID test, and then you're good to go. And thank you, Palladium Hotel Group. Thank you for doing that. Because that was one of the things I think a lot of people were concerned about with traveling was, oh my gosh, all these, steps I got to go through to get there. And I will say, for full disclosure about coming to Jamaica, you do have a couple more steps that you have to take than what you would have to do when you go to Mexico and the DR. And it's funny, a friend of mine actually messaged me today, hey, Scott, you know what things are needed to go to Cancun? Because a very good friend of mine, Clinton, and his family are going to Cancun soon, and he needed to know what forms he needed to fill out. Go to thecruisegenius.com, you'll see. But anyway, with coming to Jamaica, number one, you got to get a COVID test within 10 days of you flying out, which I did, and it came back negative. Printed it out, and then you have to go online and fill out the Jamaica travel authorization form, and then you print that out as well. Now it takes about, this is the jerk hut right there. You can get jerk chicken. It's really good. A friend of mine at work said, hey Scott, be sure to check out the jerk chicken, and you can get like mild and medium and hot and fire, and you just tell them what kind you want, and then you won't be surprised. All right, morning, how are you?
Morning, good.
One love.
One love.
That's what they say down here. They say one love. All right, Bob Marley. So anyway, right? So anyway, you got to fill out that travel authorization form online. Takes about 10 minutes. And then within about 30 to 45 seconds, you get the email back saying you're approved. Come on down. Print that out. Now, do not be confused on that, because I was confused on it. They have an expiration date on that form. See, I'm here from March 1st to March 7th. And I am blonde. I don't have a gallbladder. So I filled the thing out wrong, and I said I was coming back March 6th. So on the form, it said expiration date March 6th. And a friend of mine, the day before I left, called me and said, "Hey, Scott." And I said, "Hey, what?" "Your form, I saw it. I was looking at it, and it expires the day before you leave." I said, "Oh, no." So I was going to have to go to the immigration people and say, "Hey, listen, I messed up." But from what I found out, what it means is, let's say I didn't fly out on March 1st, or I didn't fly out on March 2nd for whatever reason, Brittany this, or Timmy this, or Marty that, something happened, and I wasn't able to fly out till March 5th, it would still be valid. That would be valid from the 1st to the 6th to arrive here. So don't be confused if you mess up like I did, that about the expiration date of it. And I will tell you, Club Mobay, which is a little extra cost, and you can get Club Mobay through Major One Tours. Darren with Major One Tours will help you. He'll get you a discount on it. MajorOneTours.com. That Club Mobay, somebody asked me the other day, "Scott, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it?" Absolutely, it's worth it. Because if this is your first time down here, or even if it's your 10th time down here, when you are greeted, when you walk off the plane with a person with a sign, and they're walking you through the immigration process, and they're walking you, and you're bypassing all those other people, man, high five. And especially if you got a 12-year-old and a 7-year-old, and you're carrying a diaper bag, and you got a wife, and you got a 2-year-old, man, you want to move quickly. And you know how that is when you got a bunch of kids, or if you have a group, you want to get there, you want to get through the airport and get on your van and get going. And that's how I am. Major One Tours. Darren will take care of you. MajorOneTours.com. So here's the largest pool in Jamaica right here. Now, I tell you, I've had so many people say, "Scott, yeah, what's up? It looks dead there. You're the only one there. It looks so empty. Oh, no." Guys, I'll say it 100 more times. Would you rather have it? Would you rather have a cruise ship all to yourself? Would you rather have a resort all to yourself? Pretty much. Or, now I'm getting hyper again. Or, would you rather see like a hat and a book and a towel at that chair, and on that chair, and 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 that chair? And would you rather see 25 or 50 or 75 people in the pool? Would you rather see that and have to deal with a huge crowd? Or would you rather come down here at 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30? Plenty of room, plenty of social distancing. And I get it. I get it. That's what you guys are used to. You're used to going to a place and there's more vibe, there's more activity, there's more laughter, there's more. I get that. But I will tell you, the people of Palladium, which I am even not a honorary member, I'm an official member of the people of Palladium. I have the shirt and ball cap to prove it, given to me by Ricardo Canales, the head of people of Palladium. They're going to help, and they're going to get you out of your chair, and you're going to dance, you're going to do water bike things, you're going to have lots and lots of fun. So please don't say that anymore. It looks dead. I understand why you say that, but I tell you, good morning, how are you?
Good, you?
One love.
You too. Jamaica, one love.
One love. It's a Bob Marley song. So anyway, guys, I tell you, and I'm not trying to throw a rock at you about that. I think it's just a comment people are making. Scott, it looks dead. It looks deserted. But you have to understand something. These resorts usually have a lot of people from where? Canada? Right. Where else? The UK? Right again. Tell me what's going on in the UK and Canada. They're closed. They're closed. So people from these overseas destinations aren't coming. Now, that's sad, and I understand it. And that's why I still understand the thing with Jamaica. They want to get the COVID test and the travel authorization form because they want to protect their citizens. And they want to protect us. Good. But the thing is, when people tell me it's empty, there's no one here, I get that. But everything's open. These things will be spraying water here in about an hour. These things will be spraying water in an hour. And Cole and Reed and Atlas and Caitlin and Bethany and all the kids can run and play and frolic here. I mean, look at my YouTube channel at all my other videos. Puerto Vallarta, Cancun, TRS, not TRS Turquesa, because TRS is adults only. But I mean, look at TRS Turquesa. I mean, you'll see there's people there. Be the Indian restaurant here, and the Japanese restaurant is open here. Then on the next, so you are going to experience the restaurants, but they're on a rotation basis. So you'll be able to experience everything. Hey, Scott, hey, what? What about the excursions? I don't want to be just locked in at the resort. I want to go on an excursion. I want to go on the mud buggies, and I want to parasail and jet ski and go to the private island. Can I still do that? Yes, you can. There are lots of excursions you can take advantage of, and that's where I got to go back to my friend Darren with Major One Tours, and he can explain all that to you. But with and there's also other tour companies as well. I'm giving Darren a shout out. He took care of us here coming to the resort, so it took care of me coming to the resort, which was really nice. But anyway, promotional consideration by Major One Tours. Yes, there are excursions. And that's another thing. Is one friend of mine who's really helped guide me quite a bit on this journey that I'm doing here, bringing things to you. My friend said, be sure to eat other food besides what you like, to show people, and also talk about the excursions, and also talk about the activities during the day. So thank you to my friend for that. All right, so the excursions, right? When I was at TRS Turquesa, took an excursion, and it was like the mud buggy thing, where you go in the mud. And then there's TRS Turquesa. And then Puerto Vallarta, it was only a little 20-minute ride to go to the catamaran, and went on the catamaran and saw whales and went to this island, which was really cool. And you can look at my videos on that and see what it was. Now here in Jamaica, they have a thing called a corridor. And the corridor is, there's certain places you can go and certain places you can't go. But the tour operators will tell you what you can do and what you can't do, where you can go, where you can't go. Let me kind of reset and just say, I love this resort. It's absolutely beautiful. I showed a video to my daughter Brittany this morning. And it's funny, Brittany saw my video on the spa, Zentropia. And I guess she knows somebody. And so if you know somebody who's looking to get married, show them my Zentropia spa video. It's on YouTube, Scott Lara. Just type in Scott Lara, L-A-R-A. You'll see my videos. And they'll have a great wedding. I talked to the wedding planner the other day. This is a great place for a wedding. And man, they go above and beyond. And they have a plan B. It's funny because I have a friend who's getting married in June at Riviera Maya. And weather is always, you're thinking about that in the back of your mind. What if it rains that day or that afternoon? Spoil your wedding. Well, I talked to the wedding planner here, and they have a plan B, where if you want to get married, I don't know if I can get it from here. I can't get a shot of it, but there's a couple of areas here where you can get married, and you got the beach and the water behind you, which is great for pictures. That their plan B is to go to the spa area, and it's covered, and it's very, very nice. So, man, that wedding planner, they've got it down, just in case something happens. And you can go as frugal or as top of the line as you want regarding weddings. I mean, yes, I mean, if you're on a budget and you just try doing the minimum thing, even if it's just the guy and girl just getting married, they're going to take care of you. But if you're going to go extravagant, like Brittany was saying, she and a couple of the other girls, Caitlin, Brandy, and all the other ones, who, that's not who they are, I just say that. Brittany and a couple of her friends were bridesmaids. And if you look at my spa video, I show the area where Caitlin and Brandy and Cookie and Amber and Lindsay go, like where they do their nails and their feet, and they're laughing, they're having a thing of champagne, they're giggling and laughing, and oh, it's going to be great, and that's pretty cool. And I asked the manager who was giving me the tour, what about the guys? Yeah, guys can get the massages or get the facials so they look sharp and trim the beards, Timmy. And so, yeah, I mean, this is a great place to get married here in Jamaica. And Jamaica's a huge spot for weddings. Huge. A lot of people get married in Jamaica. But listen, guys, I do get it, and I'm not beating you up. I understand about, there's a lot of empty chairs here. I get it. But I'll tell you one thing. If I had a choice between being here with 1,000 people and being here today, I'd rather be here today. I don't want to have to wait in line here and wait in line here or fight over a chair. I've talked about this 100 times. Deck chair hogs. I'm going to stop right here and I'll tell you about deck chair hogs. How many of you, give me a heart or a thumbs up, that you've been on a cruise? If you've been on a cruise, give me a thumbs up. Now, please. So let's say you've been on a cruise, Brenda or Holly or whomever's watching right now. You've been on a cruise. And at 9 o'clock or 9:30, you walk down to the Lido deck and all the chairs, or at least the prime chairs, there's a book or there's a hat or there's a towel on the prime deck chairs. And then you look around the swimming pool and no one's there. No one. And you go, wait a minute, what happened? What? All these chairs got books on them and they got hats on them and they got towels on them. What's it up with this? Well, and I've said this before, it's probably the wife who's jabbing the husband. Tom, yes, Susie, run down there, take our chairs and our books, throw them on those prime chairs so that at 10 o'clock after our 7th cup of coffee, and after we, whatever, then we'll go down there and get those prime chairs. And the guy dutifully, grudgingly runs. And on the other hand, it can be the guy. The guy can say, I want to make Susie happy. I just bought a boat, so I need to make up for that. Or I bought a red Corvette, so I better make up. And he will run down there and throw the book and the hat down there so that later on. But do you see any books and hats or towels on these chairs? No. No, you don't. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, if it were me and Marty and Brittany and Timmy and Cole and Reed, I would love to come down here and, man, this is pretty cool. I mean, yeah, you have the place to yourself. But I guess where I'm getting kind of frustrated is I think people get upset both ways. If I was here and there wasn't COVID and there was 100 people or 200 people in these chairs, oh man, it looks real crowded. Well, all I can say is I'm here. I've been to TRS Turquesa, TRS Cap Cana, TRS Yucatan, TRS Coral, Grand Palladium Riviera Maya, Grand Palladium Costa Mujeres, Grand Palladium Palace, Grand Palladium Puerto Vallarta, Grand Palladium Jamaica, Grand Palladium Lady Hamilton. My friends, now's the time to come. Now is the time to come. Number one, it's the people down here, guys. The airport was closed for a period of time. The hotel was closed for a period of time. And the folks really are asking us to come. My friend Connie, I saw her the other day. She goes, you're taking tip money, right? Yeah, I'm taking tip money. Absolutely. These folks work hard. I mean, just like on cruise ships, the people. my friends Leo and Glenda and Sherwin, all the people I know, Nixon, all the people I used to know on cruise ships. I mean, they work so hard. Jamie D, Matt Mitchum, all the people who've been on cruises. And see, I can rattle off their names, boom, just like that. And it's the same way here. Pedro up at TRS Coral. I mean, just a ton of people. And it's the tagline they use here. Let me see if I can get this better. Excuse me, I'm trying to get here. And I've said this quite a bit. I don't know if you can read that. From guest to family. And man, that is so true. That is so true. And that's how they are at the Palladium Hotel Group. That's precisely how they are, from guest to family. You come here one time as a guest, you come back. Mr. Scott, Miss Brittany, Mr. Brian, welcome back. Man, I've seen it too. I forget where I was, and I didn't want to roll tape on it because I'm going to respect people's privacy. But this lady walked into the travel club yesterday, and she was they were hugging all the staff and her, and welcome back. We missed you. Welcome home. I mean, it's so cool. So anyway, I'm going to stop. I'm going to get something to eat and have a cup of coffee. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I got kind of personal and got kind of up to a 10 on it. I didn't actually get up to a 10. I got up to about a 7. But the thing is, please come. More information, slayer1961@gmail.com, thecruisegenius.com. Check out all my videos. Check out all my YouTube stuff. Check out thecruisegenius.com. You'll get everything that I'm telling you, that I'm sharing with you. Going back to what I said before as I was walking, I got diverted probably. Hey, Scott, yeah, what? If you could go to any Palladium Hotel Group resort, all expenses paid, for 2 weeks, for a month, airfare, everything thrown in, which one would you choose? I'd choose Ibiza. You know why? Because I haven't been there yet. Scott Lara, 1961. Got to get in the shade so I can hit the stop button. Scott Lara, 1960. Hey, how are you? What's your name?
Good. Noye.
Hey, Noye.
How you doing?
I'm going to do real good in about 1 minute. Noye,
Yes.
say Scott.
Scott.
Lara,
Lara.
USA.
USA.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Yes.
Scott.
Lara, USA.